What signs are you taking to go all in on trades? Okay, we're talking about supply and demand at key zones. All right. First and foremost, we got to understand structure. We got to be able to read the market. That is a clear sign for one that we need to be able to determine, make a decision based on the actual direction of the market. Is it moving higher? Is it moving lower? Even on a higher base chart, sometimes we can take trades. I talk about taking trades in the opposite direction of the overall higher base direction of the market. But because people always ask me that, can you do so? Yes, you can. But what works more so in your favor as a trader, if you are using multiple chart confluence where we are taking trades in the same direction, meaning the higher base chart and the lower base chart. Now, the signs that we want to see, the signs that we need to know that will allow us to take a trade, meaning go all in, making that decision, ready to go ahead and fire on or execute a position within the market. It all leads back to the zones in which we're looking to trade from. Is there a breaking structure? Is the market, breaking lower? Is it breaking structure to the upside? And we have a clean zone, a fresh zone pretty much to where we can see visibly with our own eyes aggressive selling or aggressive buying. That is what really counts when we're looking at trading supply and demand. And I talk about and go over setups just like I did yesterday. Trade setups that I actually take within the market, I break them down. Because the reason why I do this, because, I want to see people succeed and, become profitable. And it takes time, yes. But I'm telling you right now, if you really want to make money in this business, if you really want to become successful, if you really want to make a business out of this business of trading, and become your own boss, your own employer, all right, understand market structure. I'm telling you, 90% of what you need to know is all based on that one concept right there. All right, I'm into a long position trade right here. I'm going to position my stop back at the back end right here. This is happening so quick, I'm be honest with you. And I'm looking to take it back up to, I'll show you here in a minute. I know I kind of jumped off of what I was talking about topic-wise, but I'm going into this trade right here. All right, it hit my TP and it bounced off. All right, we just got filled there. Go ahead and close that out. All right, so let's talk about this. I will talk about this trade right here. I saw it taking place as I was talking into the intro of this video. And this was a area of, demand right here. We saw the market gap up. Basically, we have a gap here into the opening session, into yesterday's Globex or overnight session. We can see the market gapped up. We left a gap right there. It came back to this area right here after the gap right there, and then it continued pushing higher. So, in my mind, how I assume this, because we broke structure here to the upside. We gapped up at the opening of the market. This is like a sign to where the market is. It's basically I kind of treat it like a demand zone in a sense, where the market is pushing to the upside, aggressive area. I like to trade gaps, especially where after the market has broken structure and then pulls back. I treat this like a demand zone right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this right quick. Right here, all right? So we got that gap there. The market tested it, and I'm just aiming for this area right here, back up here to fill in the imbalance, basically back up to the upside right here. But this right here was a area of structure right here to where it broke to the downside, but it took out this area of structure right here at 17,200. Now, what it looks like it could be setting itself up for is, it's these. Right now, I'm treating these areas not on my higher time frame chart, but on my lower base chart, okay? And you can look at this as on a higher base chart too, as internal areas of structure, because this could be setting itself up for a bigger swing to the downside. So even when it's making these higher highs and higher lows and it's breaking structure to the upside, this could be a movement where the market is making or setting itself up for a bigger break to the downside, meaning breaking structure below here at 17,113. Okay, so I just saw that area as I was talking about into the intro, and I went ahead and took that trade. For all those that caught that right there. But as you can see here, I'm going to kind of bring this together. You can see markets making these moves to the upside, and now it's moving to the downside here, and it could continue pushing lower. So all that in between is internal structure, all right? But getting back to what I was saying about the trade breakdowns, guys, if you really want to grasp and understand the trades that I do take, and you want to become an elite member, people always ask, click on the description. Down in the description, you'll find a link that says become a Discord member. It's only $6.99, all right? And the way I like to kind of equate that is it's like less than pretty much what people pay for a cup of coffee on a daily basis. And I know some of you probably make your own coffee at home, or maybe you just go out for lunch and spend, $7, $8, $10 on a sandwich. All that and what you can receive for $6.99. I go into the detail about my trades that I actually take, so that you can grasp an understanding. Just like I did yesterday, I posted a trade breakdown. There's a lot of breakdowns there of live trades that I actually take, and so that you can understand where to place stops at, how to get out of a trade early or soon enough, where to take profit at, what it is that I'm looking for when it comes to trading supply and demand as a whole. All right. Those areas, those zones in which we're talking about, aggressive areas of buying and selling. Which ones make sense? Which ones don't make sense? And I talk you through in detail the trades that I actually take. So you get that plus the video playlist. So if you're interested in becoming an elite member, just scroll down to the lower portion of this video and click on the link that says become a member, or become an elite member. All right. And then 2 tiers will pop up. You'll see that's part of the YouTube tier membership program that's created. So basically what you're doing is support my efforts as a content creator, and in return you're getting back with perks and rewards I'm giving you. But if you want to become a Discord member just as well, all you got to do, right above that link, you'll see a link that says Discord. Click on that, and the Discord is free. Okay, so come over, invite yourself in, and join us. Now, getting back to the trade that I just took here, again, this was an area of demand right here to the, it broke structure right here. It gapped up and continued breaking structure to the upside. So I just waited for a pullback to this area. Then I moved down to the lower time frame on my lower base chart. Let me go ahead and put this on all charts. Oops, sorry. Let me get rid of that little thing there. On all charts, and so you can, all charts. Let's go back. All right. So, and basically what I do is once it taps into the zone, I'm just looking for a key area of demand that it creates. Okay. Basically, being where it's where it creates a demand zone on my lower base chart, like it did right here. It pushed up, pulled back, broke higher, came back, small area of demand right here. You can see the aggressive buying. Boom, closes with a close. Rejection is for me a close or break a candle in the opposite direction. So if you can see here, this last bearish candle right here, that bullish candle broke above it and closed. All right. Even when it pulled back, it didn't close back below that bullish candle there. I'm going long, and I'm going to aim for this area right here. All right. Why? Because this movement to the downside, this swing right here, took out or aided in the structural break below 17,200. Now we can continue breaking lower, and we have we'll have this low sitting down here. You see that there? Then that will be a continuation of a structural break to the downside, and all this movement in between will be just internal structure that aided in the movement to the downside where price broke structure. This right here, this movement to the upside, yes, we broke structure here. You can see that right here. As we moved higher, we broke structure, but then it hit this area of supply up here, okay, or resistance if you want to call it, but it's really an area of supply because it was aggressive selling that took out structure right here below 205. This was the area in which I took a trade earlier too, and I posted it over in the Discord early part of this, or shortly after the market opened up. I took a trade off this area of supply, and I think I picked up about 18 to 20 points right there. It was somewhere in there, but I posted it over in the Discord. Matter of fact, I'll show you that trade right now. So this is our Discord community right here. This is the trade I took right here, as you can see. Put my stop was right behind. I always like to place my stop at the back end of a supporting area swing, or where the market started rejecting at an area of, in this case here, supply, rejected, breaking close to the candle, and the market goes lower. Now, there are tons of videos here on the channel that I talk about how I trade, the strategy and what I use. I break it down here. There's a lot of public videos as well, but I know there's a lot of videos on the channel. I'm probably approaching about 800, and that's why I hand selected and picked out a group of videos that I feel like cover, the strategy, where I go into detail, covering specific topics or ones that are imperative. I picked them out and I made them part of a video playlist where I selected link by link. So I created a link, I'm not gonna say template, but it was a link. It's a link by link series of videos that I posted privately for the community members that are part of the elite membership program. Okay, that's just $6.99. So you get that video playlist that you can watch those videos, me covering, talking about, going through in great detail about the strategy, how I trade it. You can see me trading it, as well as the trade breakdowns to where I go into detail about the trades, because that is what really has helped so many people out that become subscribers to the channel and become elite members. I'm telling you, people who are part, or traders that are part of our Discord, they always thank me for, I guess, going in great detail and breaking things down and not charging, a astronomical fee to really grasping and understanding about supply and demand, and giving and providing an opportunity in a sense and showing them a strategy that I use, because I don't push. I'm not, trying to hold someone, not trying to push someone to, mirror the way I trade. But there are people or traders that picked up, watched the videos, become educated, and trade similar to the way I trade, and are very successful and doing well themselves. Lots of them have passed prop firm evaluations. I don't trade prop firms. I've been trading with my own capital, but it doesn't matter, whether you're trading with capital of your own or trading with prop firm money, and you're making money that way, able to take withdrawals. Eventually, you want to fund your own account. That's something you want to do, but the goal is really to become profitable on a daily basis. And that's why I kind of preach and go into detail over and over and over about the strategy I trade, because I know, and I believe in it, and I know I've seen it with my own eyes. And I can, there are members that are part of the Discord community that will attest to the strategy themselves, because they have become profitable and have seen the light. Trust that, okay? But anyways, this trade here was a beautiful short to the downside, as you just saw me take that loan. This was a alpha area supply that I just showed you. So I was interested in going short there. And that's what I talk about. You can pick up 20 points from the NASDAQ real easy. I mean, if you get into high quality setups based around key areas of supply and demand, all right? And I talk about those type things here on the channel, the right zones to trade from, how to hold a trade, in a sense, because everybody wants to, you can get into a trade. People's hardest thing that I find is all about being able to allow the winners to run. That's the thing that I'm working on personally myself this year, is that I want to pick up more profit, and then eliminate the number of trades I take, because by now you should know the more trades you take, you're going to run the risk of making profit and then losing it on a bad trade. So try to limit your trades, and that's why I talk about in the videos about locking in profit as the market is moving in direction. I talk about how to do that. So there's so much detail, so much information I provide here on this channel. That's why I recommend, if you can, to join and become an elite member for $6.99, because it's hard to really explain to people in great detail about trades, and that's why I do that with limited time. But that's why I do that. Outside of the public videos that I make a private set of videos just for the elite members, and just for a very nominal fee, and support my efforts as a content creator. I'm giving something back. So anyways, if you choose to do so. But anyways, I don't want to run and keep beating that to death. Let's get back into the market here and take a look to see what's going on. So I just mentioned to you, you saw this trade that I just took here on the NASDAQ 100. So that was I just showed you that short I took. This was the long that I took right here. So, what can the market do? I mean, of course, right now, if you pay close attention, it's running back to the upside here, okay? As you can see right here. But be careful, because this, like I said, could be where the market is just trying to sell off and break structure again. Look at the structure of the market. That's what you got to look at. If you draw a trend channel simply by doing this right here to the downside, that's what I like to do sometimes. I don't trade using trend lines. I'm just showing you a channel where the market is making lower lows and lower highs. You can see it with your own eyes, low, lower highs, low, lower highs, low, lower highs, making lows, okay, down here. And then it broke structure to the upside. Made a high here. This could be a pullback just for it to come down here and break this area, this low right here. So be careful, and kind of look at the higher. Look out. What I always talk about, look from a larger standpoint to see, okay, what is this market really trying to do? Are we really breaking, significant areas to the upside, or is it just right now? Is it just folding back and breaking internal structure to the downside and maybe break this area right here? We don't know, because right now that's what it's doing, but it could just as well do this right here to where it's pulling back just to break structure back to the upside. So it could be, as it's doing, it broke structure here, pushing up, to pull back, to break structure going higher. That's why I just showed this arrow right here. And if it does that, then we can look for pullback to go long. All right, taking trades based on a pullback to a key area of demand off of the structure break back to the upside. So just that's how you read the market. That's how you got to kind of break it down and see it with your own eyes. All right, and that's why right here on this trade that I showed right here, that's why I went and I talk about the signs to be able to go all in. Beautiful trade setups. You have to look for them. This was a beautiful setup right here where the market, play attention here, was running lower right here. It pulled back. It broke structure below this low right here at 203.5. But it also broke this low here at Let's see here, 180, 17,180. So we got two areas or two structural breaks there. So that's like, to me, that's a lot of confirmation. We're breaking through two areas of structure. Wow. Okay. So when the market gets back there, I'm going to be very interested about going all in. And this is going to kind of give me a sign more so, especially when it gets there. And I see the rejection on my lower base time frame chart. Okay. My 12 range. I trade range based charts, not time, tick, or volume. So, you know, you may not be used to trading these type charts, but these type setups, you can see that no matter the chart that you actually trade, I just trade range charts because they're clear to the eye to me. Now, when I'm looking here at my 12 range, okay, and I go back and squeeze this in, where were we at? I don't think I marked this on all charts, did I? No, I didn't, but let's go ahead and do that though, so we can look at this. All right, going to my 12 range. Here we are, right up here in this area here. Now, all I'm looking for, because the market has shown me right here that it's broke through two areas of structure. So this will be a key area of supply resting right here. All right, it's untapped. There's a gap there. You know, that means that to me, it's a sign that it's a more of a high probability location or zone for me to take a trade from. So when it gets back to that area, all I'm going to do is look to see if I get the rejection on my 12 range, my lower base chart. We're talking about scaling down, moving down to a lower base chart to look for the rejection. When I get a beautiful supply setup, or supply, basically we're going to break a structure to the downside, because now we're tapping into a supply area, looking for a breaker structure to the downside, looking for a beautiful area or supply on the 12 range chart, a lower base chart, I'm going to go short. Simple as that, because it's already shown me the market is trying to push lower, okay, because we got that structural break to the downside and we broke through two areas of structure, okay. So then the market breaks structure to the downside, and it's all about just finding a key area supply to get into a trade. Now right here, this would have been, you know, an area right here to look for on the pullback. We broke structure below here at 314 or 315, pull us back right here to 322. You get the break in the close of the candle at 17, you can go short, right? Now it does pull back. And again, I talk about what place stop it. You can place it at the back end right here from where the rejection took place at, and the area where you got the break and close of the candle. And as you can see, and they do this all the time, lots of times they'll come back and wick that area out. So it came back 3 or 4 points. Maybe you had just stopped here or a few points above, and you may have gotten stopped out, right? But remember what I talk about too, when you see a directional shift in the market where the market pulls back, 2 candle close back in the opposite direction, maybe go ahead and take profit. Maybe you had to break even somewhere around 315 and it doesn't stop you out, all right? You can still look for an opportunity to continue moving in the same direction, meaning looking for a second opportunity to get back in the trade, because on the higher base chart, the market was rejecting this area and breaking structure, you know, was rejecting the area because it was a supply zone. So you can look to get back into a trade again if you see structure breaks, a continuation of structure breaks still occurring on the lower time frame chart. So I got in around like 315.5 or something like that. I was a little late on this trade. I didn't catch it like right here when it pulled back. I think I waited for another break of structure because I saw where after it came back, I wasn't starting to look at the market. I don't start trading until about 20-25 minutes after the market opens up. But I saw it pull back here, and then it had another run to the downside, as you can see right here, where it broke structure below this area here at 310, all right, or 309 3/4, in an area there, and then it pulls back right here. So when it pulled back into this area right here, and I saw that it was rejecting, then that's the area where I kind of got into my trade to go short, because I saw it continuously trying to break structure to the downside after tapping into that higher time frame supply area. So you have to look for those type of things. So I look for rejection, mark the zone, higher base chart, move down, scale down, look for a better entry point, or more of a more precise entry point on the lower base chart to take a trade from. So that's what I do on a daily basis, and that is a sign that helps me to get all into the trade. Okay, multiple means of rejection, all right, on 2 charts, and especially, you know, if you have, you know, other means of confirmation or confluence, maybe a half number, round number, you know, a pivot area of 40-70, or some other means of confirmation that you may use as well. I like to use the volume profile as well to see, okay, are we at an area where price is above a high volume area to take a short from? Meaning, and not only that, most times we're above a high volume area. What does that mean? We are at an area, especially if we're looking to trade supply, we're at an area of a premium price, meaning higher prices equate to taking short entries. Okay, you want to take it at a premium area to go short, and at discounted areas to where prices are cheaper at to I'm sorry, I may have said it. I may have said it in opposite of. I'm sorry. Premium areas we're looking to take go short at where prices are higher. Hopefully, I said that. And at discounted areas where prices are cheaper at, meaning below a high volume area, I'm interested in going short. Also, another example, if you pay close attention here, see that demand zone I took that trade from? Take a look here. Just take a look. We scale down to the 12 range chart. Remember what I just said? Below the high volume area, prices are cheaper. We're back into. We're looking to the market pulls back. We're getting in at cheaper prices at a demand area to take the trade going long. All right. So again, premium, higher prices, short. Discount, lower prices, cheaper prices, go long. That's what I like to look for. Called buy the highs, sell the lows. Buy the highs, sell the lows. God, I'm so sorry. Buy the lows, sell the highs is what I'm trying to say. I got just so much in my mind I'm thinking about and trying to explain things. But we're trading supply and demand. Just remember that. Premium at supply, sell. Okay? We're at a demand area, cheaper prices, buy. All right? But you want to make sure you have confirmation with good quality zones as well. All right? So that's what I want to talk about today, was kind of breaking those things down. Hopefully you get an understanding. But again, if you're interested and you want to grasp more understanding and see the trades, maybe you want to become an elite member. That link is right down in the description portion of the video. You'll find it there. And it's just $6.99 a month, $6.99 a month to gain access to the video playlist and then the trade breakdowns as well. I just posted one yesterday, and I may post another one today on the couple trades that I take here, but I mostly went over these trades already here, so hopefully you're getting a freebie today. So again, when you have the market pulling back to a key area, supply or demand, and then it's a beautiful area, there's a gap there, it's untested, there's a lot of selling at that particular area off the higher base chart, and then we wait for it, we scale down and wait for it, the market to pull back to a lower base chart, and you get that rejection of a supply setup that forms on the 12 range chart, a lower base chart. Wait for the market to pull back to it and take your opportunity to go short. Look for the signs, look for the rejection, look at the candles as well to see if they are wanting to continue to push higher or lower. You got to look for things like that. Candles, they have a story behind them as well. They have a telltale sign. This is what's going to help you decipher or determine, should I go all in here? Meaning, should I take this trade at this given point, or should I hold off? All right. So just look for those type things. Look for the full-on rejection, the confirmation with the closure of the candle below or above the last candle that formed, depending on if you're at a supply or demand zone. So I just want to kind of talk about that. Let's look at the market real quick again here. Again, we're still in this area of this demand zone resting right here. We haven't broken through this area here, but again, these swings to the downside, as well as moving to the upside. All this could just be internal swings or internal structure that aid in the break if we get it below here, below 17,113. So want to talk about that today. Hopefully this kind of helps, tons of individuals out there, especially those that are current members to the channel as well, or that are Discord members and are subscribers here to the channel. So I appreciate each and every one of you that continuously watch the videos on a daily basis. They help if you just take pen and pad, take time, educate yourself. Look, this is not about holding someone's hand. No one can give you the full-on answer to everything and hold your hand all the way through. You've got to spend time on these charts. If I can give you one piece of advice, the biggest piece of advice, master market structure, okay? And then educate yourself by spending time watching the videos, taking notes, because, to be honest with you, I didn't simply just, those people who are profitable today and consistently profitable, making money, who are part of our Discord community, I didn't hold their hands. They may have had a question here and there, but they spent time on the charts. They spent time back testing the strategy. They spent time maybe adding a little bit something to the mix that helps them out, helps them see things a little clearer. They spent time taking notes just as well. All right. So do yourself that favor and watch the videos. Okay. But outside of that, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and watching the videos. Like I just said, if you're not a current subscriber, what are you waiting for? Okay. This is a futures trading channel. So that's what I trade here on the channel. Is the mostly the indices, okay, the ES or the NASDAQ. So if you trade one of those, hey, you're at the right place. But if you're not a current subscriber, I recommend going ahead and take the time. Click on that sub button now. What are you waiting for? Also, make sure to turn on all your post notifications so you're not missing any of the uploads here on the channel. Okay, the moment that if you make those, the decisions to turn on all your post notifications, the moment that I post, good videos, all right, ones that are imperative that you should be watching, you're going to be alerted. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, the link is down in the description. If you're interested in becoming a elite member, that link is down in the description portion of this video as well. Or you can click on the join button that you see, or that join tab you see right in front of you. Okay, just make sure you choose the right tiers. There'll be 2 tiers that pop up. The one that says become, or one that says elite channel supporter or elite channel member. Make sure you choose that one for $6.99. But outside of that, that's all I have. If you found value in today's video, please do me a favor and drop a like on the channel. Take care. I'll see everyone in the next video.